So it looks like this is a videotape for a robotics program. Interesting. So like a robotic defense force? I assume this is for the military, capital, but it could also be for the public.
Hello there. I am Ryder Page, Tech Consultant. If you are watching this, today is your first day on the job. We are excited and ambitious to welcome you, but there are some important things we better get into. Our brand...
Duokara-esque robots. So definitely like a defense force of some kind. Mayhaps like personal worker bots who double as military weapons?
Our brand is all about the growth and expansion of technology, as you already probably know. What you don't know is the links we have gone to do it. For example, we strive to give our engineers the room they need to work their craft. A yellow line represents a border. Do not cross that border. Here is our young and talented engineer, Mr. Clip, and what he thinks about this.
I need my space.
Okay, so a few things to note here. 1. If you listen closely, you can faintly hear an audio that sounds similar to the recording tape C radio track from the ship chapter. 2. This scene sort of resembles the distraction chapter ending, where Zizzy is grabbed by the shoulder by a mysterious hand. 3. During this entire taping, Ryder Page seems very anxious and uneasy. Almost as if there is someone forcing him to record this. This all could honestly just be me reaching though. Or being Piggy content deprived. Moving on.
Our electricity bill shoots through the roof every month as we require so much energy to keep this production alive. With how much money we spend, we need to make sure we are getting our worth. So if you notice anything off that should be on, or something on that should be off, notify an electrician to come and make this necessary fix.
So I turned up the brightness and it's really hard to see exactly what robot is behind Ryder. Probably the mouse we see later.
We take the nutrition of employees very seriously here, making lunch such a crucial part of our day. Let me explain. Sorry, I lost my book. There it is. You see, when bad food enters the brain, it attacks it and damages it. But now, when good food enters the brain, it charges and motivates it. Good food turns the potential of the employees into the better version of them in the workspace.
Alrighty, so 1. I noticed here that when Ryder was talking about bad versus good foods, the bad food was portrayed by humanoid figures while the good food was represented by robots. I think we can safely assume those are meant to literally represent humans and robots. I say this because this is not the only time we've seen how the different species of characters are drawn in the Piggy universe. So perhaps this could be some metaphorical thing where robots are trying to paint humans as threats? 2. After Ryder finishes yapping about the radioactive gloop they claim is healthy, he says this.
Good food turns the potential of the employees into the better version of them in the workspace.
Good food turns the potential of the employees into the better version of them. This almost sounds like EEP is trying to make their employees better by trying to unlock their full potential, which in itself isn't a bad thing. But with context of this place's environment, gloomy and almost scary, while the food looks like it could create the next Piggy infection, I really doubt EEP cares for the sake of its employees. I theorize there is some sort of control mechanism that EEP is trying to implement, through the food or some other means. Moving on.
I cannot stress enough the importance of our robots. Our robots are learning every second, and you can contribute. If one comes up to you with a question, give them a good answer and keep on.
I have a question.
Hit me. It is important that we protect these robots at any cost, and that we give them the love, care, and respect they deserve. Now,
Okay, so, 1. It seems the robots have some form of free will. Robots being curious and capable of learning from outside sources rather than just coding.
Our robots are learning every second. If one comes up to you with a question, give them a good answer and keep on.
Which we know is a thing that is possible for robots in the Piggy universe. Example would be Friendly Robbie, who was also made by Kona. 2. Eep really likes their robots. Like probably more than the people who make them.
I cannot stress enough the importance of our robots. It is important that we protect these robots at any cost, and that we give them the love, care, and respect they deserve.
Eep is very proud of their robots, but I feel like there's more to it than just companies trying to show off their products. If you notice here when Ryder is in the medbay, you can actually see that there are more people on the beds. Which I think implies that these robots are very accident prone. And this brings me back to my previous point. Eep doesn't care for its employees, if anything they prefer their bots. But why? Why do they care so much for their bots? Sure, they have free will, they're probably tanks as defenders and seem to be really good personal assistants. But why still neglect your workers over bots who are meant to help people? It seems very ironic. And adding to this, earlier I also mentioned how I theorize that Eep is trying to control its employees to make them better. I think that somehow, Eep is using their employees to perfect the robots. Maybe they see non-bots as things that need to be better, or need to unlock their full potential, because clearly there is some bias against non-robots. Whether it's for their own personal gains or for someone else is still unclear. TLDR. I think that maybe this is another mascot horror type deal with Eep. And full disclaimer, this is all just heavy speculation on my end. We don't have enough info on Eep to make any proper conclusions, considering this is the first time we've ever heard of them, so please take this with multiple grains of Eep goop. Regardless, I think that Eep will be an antagonist of sorts in whatever this teaser is teasing. And I'm super excited for what's to come with this project and will be patiently waiting for whatever it is to release. Tell me if I missed anything or if you have any theories of your own in the comments. Thank you for watching and have a good day. While I was editing this, I learned that Ryder is actually voiced by Ty Coker, who also voices Bitter Giggles from Garden of Ban, which is super funny to me for some reason. I'm guessing it's 'cause I find it really funny to imagine the same VA who said this also voices Ryder.